this video, I'm going to show you how you can change the Notion Morgen integration settings so you can use different properties to say whether a task is done or not. If we take a look at Notion and this example database I've connected to Morgen, the name of the page is the name of the task inside of Morgen. Then we have three different property types: a checkbox, a select, and a status. You can add a property by pushing the plus button and then selecting any of the types inside of the options of Notion. The checkbox is either done or not done. The select property, you can add multiple options. Here I've only added two, which is to do and done, but I can add another one. So if I type in progress and push enter, I now have three different options, which I can reorder: to do, in progress, done. And then we have the status option, which when we left click has the to do, in progress, and complete groupings of at the moment, not started, in progress, and done. But I could change this in the edit property settings. And let's say for complete, I push the plus button and add a status inside of the complete section called publish. Enter. Now I have two different options in the complete status. When I look inside of Morgen and I push on the Notion integration tab inside of the task sidebar, you can see I've got that task inside of Morgen. Connect Notion to Morgen. If I push on the view settings and then edit account preferences, it then brings up the settings and you can see there's the example database, and I can now adjust how the task is completed. At the moment, all tasks are imported. So if I go back to that Notion database, all of the pages are imported, but at the moment there is no close task option. So if I click on the arrow, it gives me a drop down of all the available properties: status, select, and checkbox. If I hover over the information icon, it says the status of a task in Notion can only be updated using the following types of properties: status, checkbox, and select, the three that we've created. So if I push the checkbox, if the checkbox is selected, then the task will be closed. So let's save the configuration. And when we go back to Morgen, you can see it's showing all of those properties. It's showing the done status, and then it's showing the in progress select status, and we have the tick box to the left hand side. If we have a look at Notion, you see the checkbox status is currently unchecked. And if I tick the task off inside of Morgen, the checkbox status will sync. And so inside of Notion, the checkbox, just like that, will be clicked done. And now the task has disappeared from Morgen because it's complete. If we come back to the settings and change it from the checkbox to the select option, now it's asking which select option is done. In this case, I've called it done, so I can now save the configuration. And now when I look back in Morgen, the task has reappeared. Even though the checkbox status is complete, Morgen is checking the select status, which is currently in progress. I've also changed the status to in progress as well, just for reference. So now when I check off this task inside of Morgen, the in progress select property is going to be updated and changed to done. And then it will also disappear from Morgen again because now it's complete. Coming back to the Notion settings, we can then select the status option. And for status, we get the two options from the complete grouping. Remember, inside of Notion, and we go to the status property, there was the to-do grouping, in progress grouping, and complete grouping. Publish and done are the two options we can select inside of Morgen. And so I don't want the publish status to be complete, I want the done status to be complete. Save configuration, and just like before, the task has now reappeared inside of Morgen because now Morgen is checking the status property, which is currently in progress. So when we complete it inside of Morgen, the status property inside of Notion will be updated not to publish, but to done, as you can see there. And then the task will disappear from Morgen as the task is now complete.